Hey guys, we are back with more Wolfsburg Wolves franchise mode. And in this one, we're going to get to the draft of year number 3. So let's get right into it. Nothing more to do before then. I guess we could check the awards, which I just remembered, which we will do hopefully after the draft, presuming I remember. So, a sim to user pick. I don't see any reason why we need to trade up. And to be honest, there's not much that we have to trade up with anyway. So we're really just drafting for value here. Let's see, so Cernovich, and Kondratek. I made sure to look ahead at the names who we could possibly choose up to this point because just so that I wasn't butchering any names on screen. And I might even still be butchering them, but it's as close as I'm going to get. So Cernovich and Kondratek are the two guys I had my eye on. And Spezza, he's pretty good, but we don't really need another power forward. We have Maddox Homer. We have Yorgaho. We're good for power forwards. And then Sergei Zharkov. He could be good, but we don't know. So I'm not going to take a chance on him. For me, it's either Srnkovic or Kondratek. So it's either do you want a forward who is pretty skilled. He's got the A for shooting, 3-bar A plus puck skills. And then everything else is accurate at a B, B minus, B, B minus. So he's pretty good already. And then Kondratek, the defenseman, with an A minus for shooting and a B, B, B minus, B, B minus. So really, I want both of them, first of all. But if I had to take one, we're pretty solid at forward, to be honest. So I think I'd rather take Kondratek. But Srnkovic also looks pretty good. What to do here? He has magic hands, 1-on-1 skill, puck protection, weaknesses, lack size, teammate utilization, and reach. And then Kondratek, no weaknesses, leadership ability, size and strength, shutdown ability. 6'5" as well. He'd be a nice presence on the blue line for sure. Yeah, I think I'd rather take Kondratek here. Bedrick, Kondratek, welcome to the Wolfsburg Wolves. Let's see what Vancouver takes. They will take Zharkov. Carolina will take Spezza. Now, if I had to guess, LA will probably take Srnkovic. They don't want to give up their pick either, so I'm not going to trade for it. So let's see who they take. They will take Srnkovic, I knew it. And he's a 74 overall as well. Kondratek's a 70, so He's close. He's definitely close. So that's good. Hopefully he doesn't end up being like a John Toybert for us who took like 4 years to develop in New York. Oh, man. So Boston, second rounder for Howell and his 6th. No, thank you. We'll just go ahead to round number 2. And I think I have my pick planned out for this as well. It's either James or Turco. Or it could also be Ashton, Zamnov, or Baldwin. The thing about Zamnov is, even though he's a low franchise, we're not exactly sure on what he is. Then there's Ashton, B, C, C, D, C minus, C minus. Baldwin, B minus, C minus, C, C minus, B minus, C minus. And then there's James and Turco. Turco has a B minus, B minus, B minus, C minus, C, C. And, wait, was that James? No, that was Turco. Okay, so James, B minus, C, C, C minus, C, C minus. Weakness is character, left-handed shooting defenseman. I think since we took the defenseman in the last round, I'll take Turco here because he's actually got the better grades than James, and he's a left-wing playmaker, which I think we need. So welcome to the Wolfsburg Wolves, Devin Turco. And he is a 62 overall, so not too bad. He'll be ready hopefully in a couple of years. Round number 4 now, skipping right ahead too, so I'm not sure. I don't think that low franchise guy would still be there at this point, no. So Rodin is there, he's a gem. Let's see any guys who are maybe a medium elite. No, there's no medium elites at this point. There's a bunch of low elites. Ngara, Mayer, Delmas, Bogosian, Hennessy. You got a low top 4 here in Eaton. Medium starter in Jackman, medium starter in Stumple, medium starter in Basinius. And then you got the German Grief. Low top 9, but or medium top 9, I suppose, but he's got the low 2-bar scouting. So And then you got Faith Cavallo, all these guys, top sixes. Baxman, the German. Yeah, really not a whole lot at this point, unfortunately. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So, don't want to take Rodin here. He's a goaltender. And we don't have an accurate scouting report on him anyway. His strengths are work ethic and maturity. Usually when your only strengths are work ethic and maturity, or at least something mental like that, generally the grades are pretty bad. So I think I'll pass on him for right now. I mean, he is a gem. So, I mean, I guess he wouldn't be too bad if he was our only option, but we do have a lot of other options down here. Another gem here in Delmas. A C, D minus, D, E, C minus, D minus, man. Really not a whole lot of options. Ooh, Todd Mayer, hold on here. Pro release, 200-foot game, offensive instincts, weak skater, unfortunately, as usual. But he does have the A minus for shooting, B minus for puck skills, B for senses, D for skating, B minus for physicality, and B minus for defense. So that's definitely the winner so far. Take Guerra, yeah, he's not better than Mayer. Bogosian, not an exact reading on him. Hennessy, not an exact reading. Check down here as well. Eaton, nope. Jackman, nope. Stumple, nope. Besanius, nope. Grief, I mean, he's a German, but I wouldn't take him over Mayer. So, yeah, you know what? I think I will take Todd Mayer. Welcome to Wolfsburg, Todd Mayer. And he's a 72 overall as well. So, yeah, I think we made the right choice there. Todd Mayer, welcome to Wolfsburg. I know a good nickname for him already. Call him the Mayor, although he's not German, so I'm not sure if that would work here in Wolfsburg. Could probably call him the Mayor somewhere in the U.S. if he was on a U.S. team, but he is not. He is with your Wolfsburg Wolves in Germany. Rodin is still available. Might not be too bad, especially since he's the highest ranked on the board at this point. Is there any medium elites by no, we already checked that, right? Yeah, we already checked that. No medium elites at this point. And everyone else, I think now is either a low elite or just not good. Or German. We could also take a German here with this pick, but I think I'd rather save the German for like round 6 or 7 just because I don't really see any good ones here in this draft, unfortunately. I guess we can try Rodin since he's playing in a men's league. But only issue is we don't have any stats on him. I'm just going based purely off the fact that he's a gem. So, welcome Kalle Rodin to Wolfsburg. Yeah, 47 overall. Kind of figured that, just given his only strengths being work ethic and maturity. That's generally what happens when you only have those traits for your strengths. So, am I upset? A little, just because of the overall, but we'll see what his potential is. So I'm not going to get, too fussy about that pick. Whatever it is, it is. It's only a 4th round pick. It's not like I took him with a first or a second. Yeah, really not a whole lot to go off of here. I think we'll just go from central scouting rank. Just take someone who has a good potential at this point. Or we could take the German Michael Schutz. No report at all on him. He's ranked 152, though. He's a right winger. Is there anyone else? I mean, there's Busanius, the medium starter. I don't really like medium starter goaltenders in this game, though, just because there's so many, medium elites and medium franchises even in the draft now for goaltenders. Anthony Eaton. I'll just take a German, to be honest. We'll take whatever this guy up here was. I think it was Schutz. Yeah, Schutz. Michael Schutz. Welcome to your hometown, Wolfsburg Wolves. He's a 62 overall as well, so his potential might actually not be that bad. So good pick right there, especially when it's a German. Nope, do not want to auto draft. I mean, it might not be a bad option at this point, just given where we are in terms of the players that are left, but I do want to select manually here. Anthony Eaton's still there. He's an option. Low top 4, though there's Achim Wolf, but I mean, that honestly, the name, just for the name, Achim Wolf in Wolfsburg, or I guess he would be Wolf. I'm not sure how you pronounce that in German, but the name would be so perfect. Goodness. Yeah, I don't see any other Germans. Well, there's Grief here, but he's going lower than Wolf is. So if, you know what, I might just have to trade for a pick to get Wolf because that you can't pass up on that name. So I'll take Eaton first. And I'll sim a couple of picks here. But if I feel like Wolf is going to get taken, then I'm just going to trade for like a 7th round pick or something. For the first pick in the 7th round, just so we can pick up Wolf. That would be just peak GM mode. Oh man, so yeah, we'll just sim through all this. We may actually even be able to just give him staples here. Proposed trade? Trade accepted. Very nice. So there's now a guarantee that we're going to be able to get Wolf here. And he is exactly who we are going to take. Welcome to the Wolfsburg Wolves, Achim Wolf. Peak GM mode right there. Okay, so last pick. We'll just really take anybody here. Who has the best potential, honestly? You know what? We'll take another German, Sebastian Grief. Welcome to your hometown, Wolfsburg Wolves. He's a 49 overall. Don't really care too much on that one. But the entry draft is now complete. And welcome to the Wolfsburg Wolves. Countrytech, Turco, Mayer, Rodin, Schutz, Eaton, Wolf, and Grief. Still can't believe that, man. Wolf. That's amazing. Kuleshov needs to be re-signed. Shiri, Koivu, not Tatar, Bogger, Stasny, Wilson, Connolly. Okay, so there's not a whole ton of huge names. Not that we have any too many huge names anyway. So that's probably why. So Archibald, I'll just release anybody who does not want to re-sign. Connolly, out of here. Koivu, it's nice having you for that 1 year, buddy, but out of here. Stasny, same thing, out of here. Yannick Weber, I'll just trade him. He's not part of the future. He's 30 plus. I'm not going to keep anyone who's over 30 for the AHL. You know, give some guys a chance. Ben, get rid of you. Bolesky, get rid of you. Wilson could still be a useful NHL player if used on the 4th line. He did have 20 points last year, and his turnovers weren't too bad. The one thing we do need to address is physicality in the bottom 6, so I'm not sure if I want to sign him just yet. Sulak, he was in the minors. I mean, if he wants a 2-way deal, no. I'm not going to resign him. Shiri, if Grayovac wants a 2-way, yeah, sure. Brzezinski, same thing. If he wants a 2-way, yep, I'll do that. And then Bacher, Shiri, I want to keep Shiri for sure. He was solid last year. Despite the turnovers, that weren't great. He had 48 points on that line with Panarin and Point. I mean, I would hope he gets points with Panarin and Point. Thing is, he does want 5 years at 4.8. I don't want to give Shiri 5 years. I'll give Shiri 3 years at 4.6. I mean, we still have money to throw at him. It's not like, you know, if we overpaid him, it would be a big deal. It's really not at this point. But 3 years from now, maybe we'll reevaluate that. Because it might be a problem at that point. So maybe we could trade his contract on the last year of his contract. And then Bacher really underperformed this year. 33 points, though. The second line, I'll release Bacher for right now. There might be a better option in free agency. You never know. Same thing with Wilson. I can always re-sign them if needed. And then Kuleshov, of course, we will re-sign. And then Musil, yep, we will re-sign him. Goaltenders, any UFAs, yep, we got Grubauer, Mrazek. Neither of them want to re-sign. Lindgren gets injured quite a bit in the AHL and he wants a 1-way, so no thank you. Mrazek and Grubauer, neither of them want to re-sign. So I guess I'll just release them. We'll see what happens in free agency. See if there's any stud goaltenders available. Probably not, but maybe. You never know. So, and neither of them really impressed me last year. They had like a 909 and a 905 respectively. So it's best if we, if both parties just move on here. And then we also have to re-sign Kuleshov. So yeah, definitely have to re-sign Kuleshov. I mean, he is one of our best players at this point. Now, do I want to sign him to a bridge contract, or do I want to just give him the straight up 8 years? I mean, he's an 86 overall right now. In a couple of years, when he's 23, after his bridge contract expires, he would probably be like an 89 or a 90, presuming he grows properly. We're already in year 3. If I give him an 8-year contract, yeah, that would go with the rest of the GM mode. So I think the smart idea here would be to just give him an 8-year right off the bat. He wants 8 mil for 8 years. Yeah, I'm not complaining for that much for Alex Kuleshov. 8 mil for 8 years, that works for him. He's going to be a stud in the future. Just based off his growth so far. I mean, he got 35 points this year. He only looks to be getting better. So I really see no reason why he shouldn't get that 8-year deal. He's going to be here for a long time. And I believe that is it. Yes, it appears so. We'll get some of these unsigned guys signed. Like Mayer. Kondratek, we will sign as well. Schutz. Yeah, we'll sign the Germans as well. Get them in the AHL. Devin Turco, yeah, we'll sign him as well. He's American, so he can play in the AHL right away. Wolf, I mean, he doesn't have the greatest potential, but he's German, so you at least gotta have him as a backup player for the AHL. Then Eaton and Grief. I won't sign Eaton, but I will sign Grief as another backup player for the AHL just because, you know, Germany. You gotta have as much of those German players as possible. And then Rodin, I'll leave him as well. So I think that's about it for the re-sign stage. Let's get into free agency, see what there is. And actually, one thing that I will do before I forget is re-sign some of our scouts here. Fratton, Biega, and Nikitin. I'll just re-sign Fratton and Biega. I'll release Nikitin. Okay, there's Biega, and nothing on Fratton yet, but we will take a look to see if we have anybody else to sign player-wise. No, it appears we do not. No, we do not. Okay, good. So everyone's signed. That's good. We have 26.5 mil in cap remaining. So we have a lot of room to work with in free agency, so that's always a good thing, especially for our team. So let's just keep advancing here, and we will get into free agency. All right, let's see who's in free agency here. We have, oh geez, star-studded free agency once again. Goudreau, Kessel, Malkin, Couturier, Radulov, Bergeron, Forsberg, Jones, Zibanejad, Lindholm, Trocheck, Wallstrom, Quinn Hughes, I should say, Riley Smith, Niederreiter, Kadri, Pareko, Palat, Pouliot, Letty. Wow. Quite a deep free agency here in the year 3 free agency. Let's see goaltenders. Allen, Schneider, Leonard, Varlamov, Grubauer, Subban. Alright, so how's Schneider in this universe? Let's see his stats. He's not too bad. He's really not. I wish those were his numbers in real life. 920 save percentage for Schneider would be so great this year. Yikes. 914 the past 2 years as well. So he really, in this universe, he's not a bad goaltender at all. He might not be a bad option, if only temporary. Allen, I mean, all of these guys would really be temporary, to be honest. We're going to have to sign at least one goaltender here, so it may as well be one of the guys who are better overalls, and that would be Varlamov or Schneider. So let's see Varlamov's numbers as well. Varlamov isn't too bad either. He's really not. 919 last year. Let's see playoffs. 904. Was Schneider in the playoffs with New Jersey at all? Let's see. Yeah, he was in the playoffs in 2018, 2019. 898 save percentage that year. Yeah, we're going to need a goaltender no matter what. So let me know on one of these guys here. Schneider, Varlamov, Allen, Fleury, Grubauer, Leonard. I mean, maybe we could go out and re-sign Grubauer again just because he's German, but he wouldn't be that much of an improvement over last year, just given that he had the 909 save percentage. And then we take a look at skaters. I mean, you got plenty of options here. Kessel, Goudreau, Malkin, Jones, Couturier, Radulov, Lindholm, Forsberg, Bergeron, Wallstrom. I mean, you got plenty of options at forward. and even defense. So let's take a look at what we currently have just so that we can assess going into free agency. And I won't sign any players in free agency here in this video. I'm going to keep it a rather short one just because I feel like this is going to be a big free agency for this team. Want your guys' feedback. So we obviously need 2 goaltenders because our only goaltender right now is Benzing. And he's an AHL starter. And then defensively, you got Hamilton on the right, Kuleshov on the left, Brodin on the left, Myers on the right. So there's the top 4. And then Hutton, Englund, and Dersch. So we definitely need to upgrade on defense for at least 2 players. Is there any defenseman out there this year that would be an upgrade from these guys? For sure. But I'm not sure if they would fit onto our top 2 or top 4. Because remember, Kuleshov is growing this year. He might even be a top 2 by the time next year starts. So if that's the case, then I'm playing him with Myers, and then second pair would be Hamilton and Brodin. Right, so definitely have to upgrade that top 6 pairing. And then as far as forwards go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. Need upgrade forwards for sure. We have a total of 7 NHL forwards right now. Yeah, including Pajot. And maybe 5 that would fit into the top 6 of our future. Panarin, Point, Sheary, Homer, and Aho. So that would mean Tatar and Pajot ideally on the 3rd line, but as it is right now, it would be Panarin, Point, and Sheary, or Panarin, Point, and Homer, and then Sheary, Aho, and Tatar, and then Pajot with whoever we decide to get out of free agency. So we definitely need forwards out of this free agency. That is for sure. And then we're also going to need some defensemen to slot in there as well. The best defenseman out there is Jones. Now, Jones. If we got him to play with Kuleshov on the top 2 this year, and then have Hamilton and Brodin on the top 4, and then Myers and somebody else on the top 6, that would mean getting another lefty. Not Lindholm. Not Lindholm. As juicy as that is, we already have our lefties in Kuleshov and Brodin. And Kuleshov is going to end up being like a Lindholm. At least in terms of his overall in the near future. So I don't think that's something I want to go after, especially with how much cap we're going to be tying up into Jones. And we only have, what, 27 million in cap? And we still have, even after Jones, we still have to sign 5 more forwards. So that's really not that much cap when you think about it, especially going into the future. So especially if you want to get, forwards who are within the 82 to 84 overall range, you're definitely going to have to shy away from guys like Lindholm if you're going to go after Jones. Because I really like the idea of Jones and Kuleshov. So you guys let me know, though. I'll show you guys all the depth forwards as well here for our bottom 6 and maybe even our middle 6 if needed. There's Palat. There's Perry. There is Perron. There is Furland. There's Bacher again. We could go after if we need to. There's Koivu if we have to again. Steen. There's a lot of options for depth forwards here. Aberg, Vanek, Bobby Ryan, who's off of that ginormous contract now. Stasny, Eriksson, Lindblom. So there's a lot of options here. Jenner, Hinostroza. So we'll actually take a look at their advanced analytics here. As Lindblom might actually not be a bad idea for the bottom 6 because he is quite physical compared to someone like Colin Wilson, and he has a good turnover ratio too from last year. Lindblom might not be a bad idea. What about Jenner? I'm just looking for guys who you can trust defensively here. Not really Jenner. I mean, he's a good hitter, but his ratio over the past few years concerns me, so I'm not really going to go after him unless I have to. Armia, I'm looking for guys in a specific age range too. Ooh, Armia's turnovers, not really liking that. What about Shore? We could use him as a face-off guy as well. Well, maybe not. Yeah, he's not really too good at face-offs in the simulation, it appears. He's good in terms of turnovers this year, but those past couple of years there scare me a little bit from Shore. Eriksson, Stasny. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting someone like Stasny back, especially because of his turnovers and face-off percentage. So I might just, I might go after Stasny again. What about Bobby Ryan? Ryan might not be too bad, especially if he could get his physicality back, because he seems to be a consistent 100 hit guy other than last year, and his turnover ratio is generally good. So Ryan might not be bad, especially if, you know, maybe he plays third line. Even if for only this year, he might not be too bad. He had 26 points last year as well. And then Vanek. I mean, you're really getting into the oldies here. But, yeah, no, not Vanek. We need to improve physically as well. Ponce Saberg, 27. He's a good age, but those turnovers and no hits. Yeah, no, thank you. Let's see. Steen. I don't think he's a physical guy, is he? Well, he actually is in the simulation, and he's got a great turnover ratio. Last year, he did anyway. Year one, he did as well. Steen might not be too bad for a veteran presence. He had 47 points last year as well. That might have been on, like, the second line or something, but Steen is a good name to consider there. Koivu had a lot of turnovers last year. I don't know if I want to go after him again. He is very, very good at faceoffs, but you kind of have to be a you know, you can't just be effective at one thing in the NHL, you know? You have to have more than one thing that you're good at. Now, Furland, he has a good ratio last year, and he also had a lot of hits, 181. So if you're looking for more of a physical presence, I mean, here you go. Michael Furland, 181 hits last year. He might not be too bad either. And then, who's someone who I could slot in alongside of Myers? Maybe Pouliot? He's done us well in the past, offensively. He looks like he would want the kind of money, though, that, yeah, 5 mil. I don't think I'd be willing to shell that out to Pouliot. Miller, he's a righty. I want a lefty. DeKaiser, he's a lefty. Defensive defenseman, though. I want an offensive defenseman as well. A left-handed offensive defenseman is ideally what we need to slot in alongside of Myers. So he barely even played last year, actually. Cuckoo, he's a good age as well. Let's see. I mean, he hits quite a bit too. I'm not sure if you could trust him offensively too much, but if it comes down to it, he might not be too bad of an option. He was on the power play as well for Tampa Bay, it appears, so I guess you could trust him offensively. I don't know if that was just with Tampa Bay having a lack of options for the power play, or if he was actually good enough to be on the power play. Calvin DeHaan, 13 points, 3 power play assists points. Oh, that turnover ratio. Oh my goodness. Calvin DeHaan. That's actually pretty attractive. Now, what isn't attractive is the year before last year, 51-19, but that being said, year number 1, 33 and 32. So if Calvin DeHaan can stay consistent with this past year and the year number 1, we're looking at a potentially good acquisition here in Calvin DeHaan. Yeah, and he doesn't take too many shots, but he at least is capable of getting the puck on net. What about Cuckoo in terms of shots? 120, so he's basically the same player. But DeHaan is much better with the turnovers. I really like DeHaan. Yeah, so as I said, I'm not going to make any signings in this video. I'm going to end it off here. Let me know what we should do for free agency. And I will see you guys in the next one when we sign all those free agents and hopefully get year number 4 underway. See you guys then.